Most exciting destination in all of northern Wisconsin. LCO Casino Lodge and Convention Center, Hayward. LCO.
Hello, I'm Kimberly, and welcome to the Native News Update. It's Friday, January 19th, and many of the stories you hear here can be found at IndianCountryTV.com. And here's the news for today from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. More than 30 tribes across the country have formed the Native Farm Bill Coalition to bring more Farm Bill funding to Indian Country. The Shakopee Mdewakanton Sioux community is leading the effort, and the National Congress of American Indians, the Indigenous Food and Agricultural Initiative, and the Intertribal Agricultural Council have partnered with the coalition. The lobbying effort is an outgrowth of programs to improve health and expand access to health food for Native Americans. The coalition illustrates a long-term commitment to give tribes a louder voice. The Farm Bill could help tribes strengthen their agricultural economies by funding projects that add value to livestock or crops produced by Indian farmers and ranchers. The United States Department of Agriculture says more than 56,000 Native Americans operate farms and ranches across the U.S. The new bill is expected to provide nearly $500 billion in funding over the next 5 years. The Cherokee Nation recently launched a pilot program to ensure students who learn to speak Cherokee at the tribe's Cherokee Immersion Charter School continue to use the language as they enter high school. Cherokee Nation Principal Chief Bill John Baker and Cherokee Nation Businesses CEO Sean Slayton signed a memorandum of understanding to create the program called the 14th Generation Master Apprentice Program. In 2015, the Cherokee Nation created the Cherokee Language Master Apprentice Program to promote revitalization of the language and to teach adults to be conversationally proficient Cherokee speakers and teachers. Through the tribe's new 14th Generation Master Apprentice Program, select graduates of the Cherokee Language Master Apprentice Program will provide language lessons to Sequoia High School students who graduated from the Cherokee Immersion Charter School. Several tribes in Oklahoma are planning major investments in healthcare, including the Cherokee Project that will be the largest joint venture in Indian Health Services history. The Cherokee, Muskogee, and Osage nations are all expanding their health facilities and planning to hire more providers. Several of the projects are joint ventures where a tribe pays to build and equip new facilities, but the federal government agrees to pay some of the operational costs. Others, such as the Chickasaw Nation, are investing in offering more services within their current footprint. To get funding through a joint venture, tribes have to compete by showing their members need access to certain services and that they have the funds and expertise to complete the project. Less than 30 projects have been approved since the early 1990s, and Oklahoma applications have been unusually successful. The current project is the third for the Cherokee Nation, and the Chickasaw and Choctaw Nations have also secured joint ventures. The third annual Native American TV Writers Lab, presented by LA Skins Fest, is now accepting applications through March 9th. Modeled after the National Hispanic Media Coalition's Popular Writers Program, the 5-week intensive is sponsored by CBS Entertainment Diversity, Comcast, NBC Universal, Netflix, and HBO. 6 to 7 Native writers will be selected for the lab, which is set to run from mid-May to late June in Los Angeles, and feature panels, one-on-one meetings, and group workshops. By the program's end, participants are expected to complete at least 1/2 hour comedy or 1 hour drama script, which will be read by network executives. Past editions of the lab include FaceTime with execs from major companies including CBS, NBC Universal, Lionsgate, Bad Robot Productions, Fox, and ABC. The regular deadline to submit applications is March 2nd, and the late deadline is March 9th. Native America, a 4-part series, will premiere in the fall on PBS. The series will weave history and science with living indigenous traditions to look at massive ancient cities connected by social networks spanning 2 continents with unique and sophisticated systems of science, art, and writing. PBS said recent discoveries informed by Native American oral histories have produced new perspectives on North and South America that ancient people across the 2 continents may have been part of a single interconnected world. The series was made with an active participation of Native American communities and often shot on location. The series highlights Native American traditions and follows field archaeologists who use multispectral imaging and DNA analysis, venture into Amazonian caves containing the America's earliest art and interactive solar calendar, explore a massive tunnel beneath a pyramid at the center of one of the hemisphere's largest ancient cities, and maps the heavens in celestially aligned cities. Narrated by Robbie Robinson, a Mohawk and co-founder of the band. Native America is executive produced and directed by Gary Gleisman for Providence Pictures. And that's another roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. I'd like to thank you for joining me and have a grand day.